Karma is the principle of the lower universe. So I was talking about ne karma. Ne karma simply means that zero karma. It means these are things you do without binding yourself to the people you did them to. You do good things as a service to God. Christ advised us about how to perform ne karma acts. He said, when you have done that which is required of you, you should say, we are unprofiting servants. Which means we don't require payment for these actions. We don't need compensation for these actions. We are okay. It therefore means that you are living on the energy of the divine, not on your own energy. In other words, when you are doing things, you see them as a duty to God, not a duty to man. Once you do something as a duty to your fellow man, as if he is man, I'm doing it for him, I'm doing it for her. By that action, you are opening a karmic account. You get it? So you need to be able to distinguish between doing things that have no karmic strings attached to them and doing things with karmic strings attached to them. But this is it. You can only do good things and there will be zero karma by your own decision. Say, okay, I am helping you, I am blessing you, I don't want a payment. Because you deserve it, you are beautiful. You are it. I see you, I see God in you. I see the Almighty in you. Therefore, I am going to serve you as if I was serving the Almighty. My duty at work, the jobs that I do, they are duties to God. I'm not expecting any pay for them. You get it? So in that case, you are doing ne karma jobs. But if you are doing things with intention that people should recognize you for it, I'm doing a good job, people should see I need better pay, those are karmically charged jobs. Indeed, you will get the reward. But if your life pattern, for example, the way you think, the way you feel, your emotional level are not in agreement with you getting the reward of those things in this lifetime, you won't get them. It will be stored for you till you get to a life where you are able, you are conditioned by reincarnation process to be able to take those rewards. Some people are doing great things, super things, but they're not getting the reward. They are working so hard at jobs, creating so many things, but they are not getting the benefit of these things. Why? Because they are meta-conditionings. Due to their karma, the Prelabdh karma that is running their lives right now, does not agree with the benefits that they are supposed to get. But they are not done in vain. They are being stored. Life is taking note of them. So all the good things you deserve in this lifetime that you are not able to get the reward of, they are not thrown away. Life waits for you because you have not been able to condition yourself to get the benefit. It stores them for you. Next life you will come back and you will reap them. You get it? So people will say, they'll be jealous of you. Say, this guy don't even work hard. He doesn't even work hard. Just a little effort and he's getting powerful results. Why? He's the only footballer in this world. Look at, it's not even as skillful as JJ Okocha, but look at how far he has gone. It's karma. Okay, it is the past life karma that are building results right now. Now, but if you want to put an end to that, it's okay, you know what? I want to make sure that I am not going to have a second lifetime. I want this life to be my last. They begin to do things that are called ne karmas. You do things as unto God, not as unto man. You are not expecting any reward. You just do those things. They now talk about, okay, good. What about the Sanchit karma? That is the storehouse karma, all the karma that I have done in previous lives that I'm not even aware that have been stored for me. I'm supposed to leave them. This is where the concept of the Christ power comes into play. When they say that Christ takes away the sins of the world, okay, it simply means that the sins of a human being, or the karma, you might call them the handwriting of ordinances, that is, all the things that were stored, recorded, because of course all these karmas are accounted for. There's somebody taking record of them. There's what they call, they are karmic agents, you're called karmic angels, whatever you want to call them. There is a God in charge of karma who controls that level of life. He is the principal, he is the monitor, he is the school teacher, whatever you want to call him. Paul talks about the school, the taskmaster. That's the law. You call him the law. Yes, but he is the law of karma. He or she, actually, some people use the word bitch for karma. They use the word lady for her because they know what that being is all about. And that being has agents, millions, if not billions of them, that are making sure that records are taken. And of course, those are secondary records. The primary records are kept by the doer. The mind records them. There is what they call impressions. They call karmic impressions. They are marks on the soul of the individual. For every bad things you do, there are marks on your soul referring to those karma. There's corresponding handwriting in the books. All right, and then the good things you do also, they also have marks, light marks that are on you that correspond to the handwriting. So at the point of death, they tally these things, and then they now decide, okay, in this next life, what do you want to do? You have so much debts. You see them, you have so much rewards. Which of these do you want to add to these? Because you have to balance your good and your bad together to come to this world. You are the one that will decide, okay, you know what? I want to pay for this. Sometimes people in a state of penitence, in a state of abject guilt, they put more load upon us, so they take more sins to pay for. They are more eager to pay for their sins than they won't take benefit from their good deeds when they are coming back. And so when they are born, they're born in a marvelous way. Some of them are born into extreme poverty. So from the moment they were conceived to the moment they were born, suffering starts. They start paying. So they can even order, okay, you know what? For my first 36 years, I want to pay for all the evil things I've done. And after that, I begin to reap the good things I've done. So now that at their birth, no matter what effort they put, their parents may put in the best effort, they just don't succeed and they are suffering all the way. And then when they get to age 36, things turn around for them, boom, and they start enjoying the good things of life. Some start by enjoying the good things of life and they begin to suffer later in life. Some mix it. Fortune, misfortune, fortune, misfortune. How do they get these things? It is by the karmic conditioning in their subconscious mind. They become blueprints. So those karmic debts, those karmic rewards are etched into the human blueprint. And the DNA, the cells, all of them are aware that these are supposed to be so. They actually conditioned. Let me give you an example. You see somebody that shouldn't get admission to a university abroad. There are 3 schools you have to apply for. And he sees a school that is very easy. That, this one, all the conditions are very complete for me. I should do this. I should go to this school. But somewhere in his or her heart, they don't want to go to that school. Oh, it's not that. They now start designing the ones that have conditions. Let's assume that there are 10 conditions. And they could only meet 3 out of those 10. They will now want those schools. They will put in all their effort, having this funny understanding that they will get it. Meanwhile, the one that is available, that is so easy, they will start finding unnecessary reasons. Say, you know what, I don't like the state that school is in. I want to go to this school. And then the year comes and they blow it. They don't get the admission. Guy, go and apply. I don't like that school. I want to go to this school. What people say they hear that I went to such a school. You see, that's how it goes. People have so many reasons why they fail. And they cannot really point to those reasons. They are just emotional. Okay, when the person begins to display emotions, you know that the karma, the karmic blueprint, which is also the subconscious blueprint, have begun to kick in. You find out that things that are logical don't work. Now, logic right now is about your training. You have trained yourself, you have studied to know what is right, knowing good and bad. But that knowledge of good and bad does not translate to doing the good when you have to do them. Why? Because there is something that kicks against it from the inside. People wonder, say, with all your intelligence, with all your level of exposure, how could you do this? Same thing with marriage. People just don't marry the person that they love. They don't. They marry the people that they are karmically bound with. Most of the times, a person's spouse is the person to whom they are mostly indebted. And the other way around is the person who owes them the most. So they come into this world to pay back. Sometimes your children are people you owe a lot. You owe them so much. You maybe have misused them. You may have cheated. You know, the latest in town now in Nigeria is that pretty girls They are using ruses, deceptions to collect money from men. They tell men, they pose on social media seductively, and men start talking to them. Men who don't get themselves, according to what they say. They start talking to them. They now promise to come and visit them, spend a weekend with them, and the ladies ask for transport fare. Now, depending on how much they want from you, they will tell you where they are staying. They will tell you they are staying in Port Harcourt, they are staying in Abuja, they are staying in Warri, in Benin, in Akwa Ibom, Calabar, Kano, Kaduna, wherever. And so that puts it in your mind. That depending on your level also, they put you at a place, say, guy, you look at the girl, it's okay, he has to come by flight, and you send the person 60,000 like that for transport. The person does not show up. What happened? Oh, I couldn't make it. Can we postpone it also? Give me your account, let me send the money back to you. All those kind of things happen. And you wonder, these guys think they are smart. Most of their guests who are living on that is their trip, is their way of income. Now, that's karma. They don't know what they are doing, but they are doing it all the same. They are being stored. You see, all these women's desire to sleep with them must be fulfilled, because it is a wealth in their soul. It is a mark. It's an impression, an imprint upon them, and it is reading your name. So if a lady does it to about 1,000 men in her lifetime, 100 men in her lifetime who intend to have sex with her, and she's collected money from them, and she didn't eventually do it, she disappointed them, she fucked them up, like they would say, wait for it. Don't be surprised if these ladies are born and they become prostitutes, because the karmic pool of those desires of those men will work. And what it will do is that it will be giving them desires, it will be giving them urges for sex, because those men, those imprints are calling them. It is energy. Everything is energy. So all those karma we are talking about are actually the energy of your being that have been stored up for you as karma. All right, so you come into this world, you become very desirous, and you end up as in a brothel, or you end up as an internet, guy. You don't have to have a brothel. You can have it on your Instagram page or any account and begin to attract men, and those men are the ones that will be coming after, and you will rush for them. In the process too, you also create more. Now, there are two types of prostitutes. There are prostitutes who are karmically designed to be so, and there are those who are there by conditioning of the physical environment. It's not karma, it's just the present karma of the environment that put them there. That's a different thing entirely. But those ones who are karmically conditioned, at the time they finish going around those men that they have cheated, their eyes pop open and they stop prostitution. They start a normal life. They have paid. Others might even lead to, it might be the man that they most dealt with that will eventually marry them. But these are just little explanations that I can give on karma. But karma is so deep. Everything we do on this earth are all karma. The choice of your parents are karmically designed. Even the places you will work, the people that are going to work in that same place with you at the same time, they are all karmically determined. Karma is responsible for them all. Relationship with people, karma. Karma gives you the opportunity to pay back so that you can zero that thing. Now, this is the issue. If somebody has a hard life based on karma, how can a person change it? Because no matter how hard, no matter how connected the person is, no matter how hard the person works, no matter how connected the person is, it cannot overthrow the handwriting, the littlest handwriting of karma. Karma simply means that if you want to use God for it, God has a pen on his hand. Okay? And he has an ink in that pen. It is our hands that move the hand of God to write. So that's why I keep addressing you as a very powerful person. You are so powerful. You are a powerful one that you are the only person. When God takes a pen to write your life, he does not write on his own accord. He holds the pen, you carry his hand, and you begin to write. That's how it happens. That's how you create karma. It is not the handwriting of God. It is your handwriting in the name of God against yourself. So your actions And your inactions are the sum total of your karma. You can't escape it. It is a deal with destiny.